Hi everyone, I'm Stephen from Digital Guys and this is episode 3 of our Twitter tutorial series for SMEs. Now this video will take you on a brief tour of Twitter itself, going through the various features and explaining what they're all used for. I'll also do some jargon busting as I go along, just to go through all the different terms and explain what they all mean. So let's get started. Before we move on, take a brief visit to your email account and open up the Confirm Your Twitter Account message, clicking the link within. This is important because it verifies that you and your account are real. So let's start off by looking around the home page. This is what you'll be faced with straight after you log in. The central feature on this page is called the newsfeed, which shows you all updates published by people you follow. Remember, on Twitter these are called tweets. They are limited to 140 characters, including spaces, so they're always quite short. They can contain pictures, videos, links and hashtags. A hashtag is basically a keyword phrase that categorizes your tweet. So, for example, if you're tweeting about a special offer you have available, you might use the hashtag offer. Using hashtags is vital to getting in front of the right audience, but we'll go over how best to do this in a later video. The more people you follow, the quicker your newsfeed will update. Remember to bear this in mind before following everyone you come across. You may also notice that your newsfeed contains other information and tweets from people that you don't follow. This is because they will have paid for it to have been put in front of you as part of a Twitter advertising campaign. Anything with this little promoted symbol has been paid for. On the top left of your screen, you'll see a very basic summary of your account, including the profile and cover pictures, number of tweets sent, how many people you're following, and how many followers you have. Underneath this is the Trends box, which tells you what the hottest topics are on Twitter at the moment. The more people are tweeting about a particular subject, the more likely it is to appear in this box. This is known as trending. On the right-hand side of your screen are suggestions on who to follow, and the option we came across earlier to import your contacts from your email address. This is something you'll want to do later on. At the top of the page is the Search tab, which allows you to search for tweets, people, lists or hashtags. And next to it is a little icon which you can click to see more options with your account. At this point, I'd say the only two you're interested in are Settings and Sign Out. So that pretty much covers the home page. The next page I'll show you is your notifications, which you can access by clicking here. So this page looks very similar to the last one, except your newsfeed has been replaced with your notifications feed. This will show you any interaction between other Twitter users and you, including whenever someone follows you, mentions you, favourites your tweet, or retweets your tweet. So let's go through what each of those means. We know that following means to subscribe to someone's updates. If someone mentions you, then it means they've included your username in their tweet. This could mean that they've started a conversation with you, or are just name dropping. Mentions are a really important part of engagement, but I'll point out right now that they are public, meaning that anyone can see them. Favoriting is basically when you click the star on a tweet. This will add it to your favorites list, which you can see by going to your own profile, and also send them a notification that you have done so. Many users see this as being the equivalent of a Facebook like. A retweet is basically another way of saying share. By retweeting something, you are sharing it with your followers. So when you receive a notification, a little number will appear up here at the top, showing you how many interactions you've not caught up on yet. It's worth checking your notifications as soon as they happen, because social media is very fast-paced and you may have to respond quickly. The only other thing that's different about this page is the bit on the top left, which lets you filter between interactions and mentions. So if you click this mentions button, it will only show you conversations that you're involved in and people who have included your username in their tweet. That pretty much covers notifications. So let's move on to the next tab, which is direct messages. This is a fairly simple one to explain. It's basically a means of communicating with other Twitter accounts privately. It works very similarly to mentioning someone in a tweet. There's still a character limit, but it's completely private and can only be seen by you and the recipient. It's important to note that you can only send direct messages to accounts which follow yours. So if you want to have a private conversation with someone on Twitter, you need to make sure they're following you first. Moving on, this is the Discover tab. So in the middle we have another newsfeed, except this filters the most popular content out there based on how much interaction it's getting. It can also pull updates from people that you don't follow if the algorithm thinks that it's still relevant for you. If you look on the left hand side, you can go to the activity section. This is very similar, except the feed will now show you things that your followers have interacted with and who they've started following. The final 3 sections we've actually come across previously during the setting up phase, giving you suggestions on who to follow, finding your contacts by connecting your email address, and showing you what the most popular accounts are in certain subject areas. There's only one final section I want to show you at this point, and that is your personal profile. So if we go back to the home page and then click on this in the top left, it will take you to your profile. As you can see, it's looking pretty bare at the moment, but not to worry. We're going to focus on how to make this look amazing in the next video, which will cover how to optimize your profile. It's important to do this before you start tweeting and interacting, because you'll never get a second chance at a first impression. So be sure to join me on episode 3 and I'll take you through how to make sure you do just that. I hope you found this video useful and that you feel like you understand how it all works. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch by leaving a comment below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to keep up to date on the latest news and tips from Digital Guys, please click the subscribe button below.